Welcome, Tom. Welcome to you at home, in your home office, on your smartphone. Good morning, wherever you watch. Welcome to our live stream. On 4 p.m. On the Middle European time, we will start with the official opening of the Test and Development Center. By now, we have around about 30 minutes of nice music with Tom Marks at the piano.
Thanks a lot, Janine.
It's so nice to have you here. So right now, you can type in your music wishes. So it's your turn. So you will find under the stream, a point where I think it said feedback service, and there you can type in your name, and then you can ask a question. Or right now, you can give us your wishes for the next 30 minutes of music. So I think by now there is no wish. So
I'm looking forward to all the requests.
I hope that you have something.
Of course I have something. Let's start with maybe with the Killers. I did my best to notice when the car came down the line. Up to the platform of surrender, I was brought but I was kind. And sometimes I get nervous when I see an open door. Close your eyes, clear your heart, and cut the cord. Are we human or are we dancer? My sign is vital. Hands are cold, and I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are we human? Are we dancers? Pay my respects to God and virtue. Say my condolences to God. Give my regards to Soul and Romans. They always did the best they could. And so long to devotion. You told me everything I know. Wave goodbye, wish me well. You gotta let me go. Are we human? Or are we dancers? Sign is vital. My hands are cold, and I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are we human or are we dancing? Will the system be alright when you dream of home tonight? There is a message we're receiving. Let me know if your heart's still beating. Are we human or are we dancing? My sign is vital. My hands are cold, and I'm on my knees looking for the answers. Are we human? Are we human? Or are we dancing? My sign is vital. My hands are cold, and I'm on my knees looking for the answers. Are we human or are we dancers? Are we human or are we dancers?
Thanks, Tom. So which team do you are? Or are you a dancer or?
I think I'm somewhere in between.
Okay.
A bit of this, a bit of that.
Welcome to you, guys, to the audience, to our guests. It's so nice to have you here right now. In the next, I would say 25 minutes, we will listen to some music, and you can decide which song Tom plays right now. So if you have any wishes in your mind, just put it in our field where you say feedback service. You can type in your name, you can fill in your wishes. And I think actually there is the first one at Coldplay.
Of course, of course. Do you know the song too?
Oh yeah! Ah, my voice.
I used to rule the world, Caesar rise when I gave the world. Now in the morning I sleep alone. Sweet the streets I used to own. I used to roll the dice, feed the fear in my enemy's eyes. Listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is down, Lord of the king. 1 minute I held the key. Next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my cab stood still upon the pillars of salt and pillars of sin. Hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reasons I can't explain, I know St. Peter would call my name. Never an honest word, and that was when I ruled the world. It was a wicked and wild wind, blew down the door to let me in. Shattered windows and the sound of drums. People couldn't believe what I become. Revolutionary sway, for my head on the silver plate, just a puppet on the lonely string. And who would ever wanna be king? I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reasons I can't explain, I know St. Peter would call my name. Never an honest word, and that was when I ruled the world. Never an honest word, and that was when I ruled the world. Bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reasons I can't explain, I know St. Peter would call my name. Never an honest word, and that was when I ruled the world. Never an honest word, and that was when I ruled the world. Never an honest word, that was when I ruled the world. I'm such a big Coldplay fan.
Yeah, me too. I've been
God.
to a live concert in Switzerland.
Really?
Yes, actually, yeah, it was amazing, and it's so amazing that you can play all these songs by heart.
I try.
Okay. Yeah, and the sound here in this hall is amazing. So I just changed a bit perspectives, and I'm so excited because later on we will have the official opening in here of the new Test and Development Center in our live stream. So it's so nice that you are here already, and in the next minutes you have the chance to fill in your wishes, the music wishes, what Tom should play, can play, whatever.
I will try to play every request. So we have one, and it's a great one. I think it's the Beatles. Here Comes the Sun.
Great choice.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright.
Thank you, Mark. Here comes the sun. I mean, the sun is there outside. Yeah, at least here in Germany. I don't know where you are watching. And here comes the sun. It fits so perfectly for the seasons because right now it is still summer on this 22nd of September. And at 4 p.m. German time or Middle European time, we have to change to autumn. And 4 p.m. is
around about 25 degrees outside.
Yes,
I think
it's
so,
like summer and autumn, so it fits perfectly. And in the next 20 minutes, Tom will play some of your music wishes. And actually, there's the next one, Sex on Fire. do you have it? I mean, maybe it fits to the sun.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good one. Lay where you're laying, don't make a sound. I know they're watching, and they're watching all the commotion. Candles are playing, house people talking. Darker finale, the break of the day. How while I'm driving, soft lips are open, knuckles are pain. It feels like you're dying, you're dying, you're dying. Transpire. was a fever, rattling bone. I could just taste it, just taste it. If it's not forever, it's just a night. Oh, what's the greatest, the greatest, the greatest, yeah. Your sex is on fire. Yeah, your sex is on fire.
Wow, what a sound
Something
here
like this.
in this hall.
Amazing,
And actually,
amazing.
yeah, this song is amazing. And I don't know when I've been to a concert the last time.
So it's the concert for you, especially for you.
Oh, thank
and
you
of course
so much.
our visitors.
Yes, of course, for
Of
you.
course.
Thank you so much. It's so nice listening to some live music. And actually, you can wish maybe not whatever song. We will see if you know the song or if you can play it, if you are able to play it. But you can send your wish on feedback service. Put in your name, and then you can, write a question. And there is a new song. I don't know if you can play it. Aerosmith, "Fly Away from Here."
I know the song, but I can't play it because it's an amazing one.
Yeah.
But Steven Tyler with his huge, amazing voice to cover, it's wow, no.
Yeah, then it's sometimes like also with Adele or other
Whitney Houston, Mariah
great
Carey.
singers. It's like
not possible.
okay,
The same with Michael Jackson. But
they are unique.
we had another request, Avicii.
Oh,
What do you think about Avicii?
Of course.
Feel my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. I can tell where the journey will end, and I know where to start. Wish that I could stay forever this young, not afraid to close my eyes. Life will pass me by if I don't open up my eyes. That's fine by me. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself, and I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself, and I didn't know I was lost. I tried carrying the weight of the world, but I only have two hands. Hope I get the chance to travel the world, but I don't have any plans. Wish that I could stay forever this young, not afraid to close my eyes. Life's a game made for everyone, and love is a prize. So wake me up when it's all over, and I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself, and I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself, and I didn't know I was lost. I didn't know I was lost. I didn't know it's all over. When I was your and I'm older, all this time I was finding myself, and I didn't know I was alone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for joining our live stream. My name is Janine and this is Tom, and we will guide you through the next 1.5 hours, but we have around about 10 minutes until the official opening of the test center, test and development center, until the official start of the live stream. Right now we have around about 10 minutes or 10 more minutes actually. So you can write down your wishes, and Tom can play a lot of music, obviously, on his piano. And what I really like about you guys is that until now we have such an active community. I love it, amazing. So there we have a monitor, we have a lot of wishes, and you can decide.
Of course. A great band, Guns N' Roses, but they had a great cover, maybe you know it too. Mama, take this batch of me, I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. It's knock, 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 knocking on heaven's door. 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 Whoa, whoa. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Mama put my arms on the ground. I can't shoot them anymore. Dark clouds are coming down. It seems like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
What an emotional, what a powerful song.
Thank you very much. Janine, I know this great event will start in some minute, but the next song I would like to dedicate to you.
Oh.
Because it's one of my most favorite rock songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
I've been roaming around, always looking down. All I'll see, painted faces fill the places I can't read. You know that I can use somebody. You know that I can use somebody. Someone like you, all you know. cover of the street. You know that I can use somebody. You know that I can use somebody. Someone like you. Oh, oh, oh. Someone like you. Oh, oh, oh. Someone like you. Somebody, somebody. Someone like you. Somebody, somebody. I'll feel the night while you live it up. I'm off to sleep, waging wars to share the poem and the beat. I hope it's gonna make you notice. I hope it's gonna make you notice. Someone like me. Somebody, somebody. Someone like me. Somebody, somebody. Someone like you, oh, oh. Someone like you, oh, oh. Someone like you, somebody, somebody. Someone like you, somebody, somebody. Someone like you. Someone like you. Someone like you. Somebody, somebody. Someone like you. Somebody, somebody. I've been roaming around, always looking down. All I see.
I don't know.
Especially for you.
Never ever, I think, had someone dedicated a song to me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Oh.
You are welcome.
So how often did you hear this?
Sorry?
How often had you
really the
listened
first
to
time, really.
Oh, yeah, I can think so. Guys, welcome to our live stream. I'm Janine, I'm your host, and this is Tom, our musician. And in a few minutes, we will start with our official live stream for the official opening of this new test and development center. By now, we have one short song, and then we will start.
Great.
I've been trying to call, I've been on my way for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love, baby. I'm going through withdrawals. You don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on with just a touch, baby. I look around and Sun City's cold and empty. No one around to judge me. I can't see clearly when you're gone. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. No, I don't like this. You're the one I trust. the lights. Now I can sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, when I'm like this, you're the one I trust.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So I think it's 5 p.m. in German time, in Middle European time actually. So I think right now we will start with our event.
Great.
Welcome, herzlich willkommen, bienvenido all over the world. Welcome to the opening, the official opening of the new Test and Development Center of the STEINERT Group here in Cologne. My name is Janine Mehner, I'm your Master of Ceremonies and I will guide you through the next 90 minutes. So what can you expect from our live stream? We've prepared some interviews on markets and application with STEINERT Sales Director Metal Recycling Karl Hoffmann, and we have an interview with the Technical Director Dr. Nico Schmalbein, and he explains us the technology of the whole center. This is a live stream which is interactive, so later on you have the chance to ask your questions. Therefore, you can scroll down your stream and then you will find the word feedback service. There you can type in your name and then you can ask us the questions. But I have no worries because it worked so perfectly fine when we had our music session with Tom. Thanks for that. So I recognize that you are so interactive and yeah, that's perfect. So thanks for that. You are a nice audience, nice guests. Thanks to have you here. We have a graphic recorder in here. It's Ingrid, and she will summarize all the things that happen in here. So I'm very happy to work together with her, and I can hand over to her. So we will see her later on. And of course, we will see her drawing because it's so exciting what will develop on her page. And after this live stream, we have our online seminar, and the topic is separation of non-ferrous metals and sorting of heavy metals. And of course, at the end of this live stream, we have the official opening of the new Test and Development Center. So right now, I'm happy and honored to introduce to you our host for today. It's the CEO of the STEINERT Group here in Cologne. Welcome, Peter Funke.
Thank you very much for your lovely introduction.
Of course.
Thanks. Yeah, on behalf of the STEINERT Group and our shareholder, the family Buchholz, I'm really pleased to welcome you here for the opening of our Test and Development Center, a digital opening.
Of course. Before we have a proper start, we will see a short film and we will see what has been developed here. Very impressive.
Thanks.
Wow, congrats. How did it came to the development of this Test and Development Center?
STEINERT covers a very wide range of products and applications, from the magnet technology, which is with us for more than 130 years, to the modern sensor-based sorting technology. And all of this worldwide, and within 3 divisions: waste, mining, and metal recycling. So there's a lot of things to do. And 4 years ago, we decided to split our activities, or to stop splitting our activities just by territory. And we decided to work in closer to the customer needs. That means we created divisions so that we are more competent for our partners into these divisions. And we have a mining, waste, and a metal division now.
Okay, so what needed to be changed to prior?
First of all, we needed more sales staff, because now we had 2 or 3 salespeople in one territory. That means we needed more people, and that gives us the success was with us, so it was the right decision to do this. And later on, we also have to increase our capacity on test work and also on R&D. And this is how it came to this investment.
To be honest, we are not in Cologne, we are in Pulheim, which is like 8 kilometers apart from Cologne. Why did you came here to Pulheim?
Oh, that was kind of luck, because a friend of mine introduced this nice facility to me. And because it's just 7 kilometers away from Cologne, it's just a 10 minutes drive. And so we took the chance and went into this building. We run out of space at our headquarters in Cologne. And the space which is still available is hopefully needed for more production in the future. As we are doing this investment here, we are also building a new production and logistic hall on the origin place downtown Cologne.
Okay, so right now you have more space, and maybe you are able to do more tests, and maybe you can also react faster.
That's the goal, at least, yeah. But obviously, I think due to Corona, you can understand this, we will not have the chance to run directly with 100%. But the investments are done, and the groundwork here, what you see here on machines and technology, is already fixed and finished. And for the near future, months, years, we also need additional staff here to work with all these machines. And that means if there's someone out there interested in an interesting job in the resource and recycling industry, get in touch with us.
Yeah, you've heard it. You can apply here. I think about it.
Yeah.
So you have spoken about these three divisions.
Yeah.
So we have all these 3 divisions, the divisions here under one roof.
Exactly. It was kind of a discussion to have, for example, mining elsewhere, but we decided to have everything under one roof, because we learned that the application engineers will benefit greatly from each other, from their experience, from their ideas, and therefore we have everything here inside. And another advantage is that also our R&D engineers are nearby.
Is everything ready by now?
As you can see, the mining line is already complete and finished and commissioned. And what we are here for is the opening of the metal recycling plant. For sure, this is finished, and we will see us a little bit later in our video. By the end of the year, we will also have a waste plant, or a waste sorting plant, with state-of-the-art NIR technology from our colleagues from STEINERT Unisort in Zittau, right here where we are standing. It's a similar size to what we've done so far. And in January, we will relocate our line sorter, LSS Lips, from Cologne here to Pulheim. And then we will be able to fulfill the full range, or to do the full range of test work for aluminum sorting, alloy sorting here in Cologne, in Pulheim as well.
So I can summarize at the end, everything, all applications, all products are under one roof.
Yes, exactly. And in these 3,500 square meter, everything, 3 divisions are here, and every division has its own industrial scale. And this is important, industrial scale sorting plant. So this enables us to simulate customers' needs, and when we get a task, we can really evaluate the feasibility and the return on the investment for the customer. And that gives him the certainty to invest into our products and to make his complete investment, which is more than just our machines, normally.
we talk about investment, we talk about products. And right now, I want to know about the manpower and, of course, the women power. So how many people are employed here?
Worldwide, the STEINERT Group is about 350 people. And here in Pulheim, actually, we are 35 engineers, women and men. And I think everyone here works, spend times both hands on the machine here in the sorting plant and as well at the desk or in the lab. So there's no clear demarcations. They can work closely together, R&D, application and whatever.
So for STEINERT, it's all about analyzing material flows and sorting out resources. Of course, with the value wheel from the material flow. And this explains your slogan, STEINERT, the resource search engine.
Difficult word, yeah. Yes, we see ourselves as a kind of a search engine for resources. Our machines detect and sort values and out of raw materials, and so we will recover material, bring it back to the circular, and then we have a reuse of it. And this is why we do this here. Yeah.
And what else does this slogan stand for?
As you see, the crosshair, which was in the clip at the beginning, this is a kind of focus on the materials which are in the material flow at all, and this is a kind of focusing on the raw materials that we can try to get out of the material.
You don't only have this new test center, you have test centers all around the world.
Yep, over the last years we invested into different test centers everywhere where we have subsidiaries on different continents, in Australia, Brazil, and in the United States. We have production, sales, and after sales, and now we also have everywhere test centers, which is very important to be near to the customer to enable him to get an answer on his sorting task quite quick and near.
And these subsidiaries will send you the best wishes for the opening of this new test center here in Pulheim, so we will have a view all around the world.
Hi, welcome from North America. My name is Andreas Ernst, President of STEINERT US, and in the name of our entire team, I would like to express how excited we are to virtually attend the live opening of this new material test facility and be part of such a forward-thinking group. Seeing is believing, and with the investment into the state-of-the-art facility, STEINERT has shown again to be a leader in technical innovation and global customer support. All the best and enjoy the event.
Hi everyone, my name is Johan van Zyl, Managing Director of STEINERT Australia. We are very proud and very happy to be part of this live launch of the new testing facility in Cologne. We hope you enjoy the function.
Hello, I'm Vinicius Souto, Managing Director of STEINERT Latin America, and I would like to send my greetings to all our team in Cologne. Congrats for such achievement. The new test center looks beautiful, and I'm looking forward for my first visit with South American customers. All the best, good luck, and stay healthy.
Greetings from the US, from Australia, from Brasilia. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. And thank you, Peter. We will see you later again for the official opening moment.
Thanks, Janine. See you later.
Yeah, thanks for now. So right now we want to dive a bit deeper and we want to give you some insights on the technical and on the economy. And therefore I'd like to introduce to you the technical manager, Dr. Nico Schmalbein, and the sales director for the metal recycling division, Karl Hoffmann. Welcome the two of you on stage. Nice to have you here. I'd like to discuss with Nico first. Could you give the audience an overview of the development of the new test center, especially regarding the customer needs?
Well, we started about 1.5 years ago to get serious with the idea and start planning, and then with having this location, actually turn this into reality. Focus was twofold. One thing was to make room, like Peter said before, for the production site in Cologne, but at the same time to increase our capacity, our possibilities, and focus more on the different branches that we're serving. So from that perspective, we're really achieving something here. And with that, we also created the foundation to be able to react quicker and to reduce waiting times and such.
Mm-hmm. What is your main focus?
Well, mainly we're performing customer tests, finding solutions for our customers, for their problems, for the challenges they present to us. But in addition to that, we have a possibility to test our own new inventions, developments, directly before bringing them into the field. And furthermore, this place works as an educational facility for us. So we train our colleagues from the sales department, the technical people, the service technicians, and we give the possibility to our customers to train their service techs with our machines here as well.
Mm-hmm. Do you have some numbers for us, data, sizes?
Yeah, right now for metal recycling, we have a processing line with 9 different sorters, starting from magnets over eddy currents to sensor-based sorters. We have 7 additional machines in small scale to perform pre-feasibility tests, small-scale tests up front. We have applied 200 meters of conveyor belt already without what will come later. We have a complete compressor or compressed air capacity of 200 kilowatts, which is about 30 cubic meters per minute at 10 bar. And we have the possibility to extend this to 360 kilowatt if needed at a later stage. We have created sufficient meeting room capacities to take care of our customers and serve our needs.
Mm-hmm. The name of this entity is Test and Development Center. So where does these 2 departments work together?
Yeah, like Peter already said, we're working together very close. On the one side, the test center engineers are on a daily basis confronted with challenges from customers, which we try to solve with the available technology, but sometimes there's more required, and then our colleagues from development enter the game, and then we'll have to develop new solutions. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, from the other end, the development team is always looking on the market and on technical developments to see what new sensors become available and what new possibilities, also from a software perspective, can be implemented. And this is what we then test here and bring to our customers.
Mm-hmm. Are there any benefits, organizational or technical benefits for the customers?
Yeah, we have all the machines that we've implemented now are the most state-of-the-art systems with all options, all extras applied. In addition to that, we've based the whole processing line on our well-proven system that we started off with at the test center in Cologne, especially for metal recycling. We've added a circular loop for the material into that line in order to be more fast in testing, to adapt settings faster without re-entering material into the process. We have more space to be able to quicker change machines when new generations come about, so that we're more flexible with that regard. And we've also put a focus on the surrounding work that has to be done, like preparing samples for testing, packing samples after testing, and we've made more space and more machinery available to make this process faster.
Mm-hmm. You recently said all extras applied. What does that mean?
Yeah, in all the machines we have here, all the available options that can come with a machine, if necessary, are applied here. So for eddy currents and sensor-based sorters, these are automated splitter systems, for example. We have, for the sensor sorters, automated pressure control. We have belt scrapers. And for the sensor sorters especially, we have all sensor options applied. Mm-hmm. So all the sensor sorters we have here are applied with 4 sensors. So we have the maximum capacity there in order to be able to react to every challenge, to be as flexible as possible.
Of course, yeah. Are there any special novelties where you say, okay, I want to mention this right now?
Yeah, our newest product is the STEINERT Tech, which is a multi-sensor chute sorter, which is something very new for us in comparison to our state-of-the-art belt sorters. But this is something we're going to discuss a bit more in detail later.
Yeah, in our videos. Do you have any further plans with the test center in the future?
Well, first of all, the main focus is on what Peter also mentioned before, is to finish the waste processing line, which will be somewhere here, and implement the line sorting system with lip sensor over there. And that is the near future perspective. And then with a midterm perspective, we're going to focus more on creating a digital experience for the customers here and increase the level of information and make the whole experience a bit more vivid by those means.
Thanks, Nico. We will listen to you later on because we have 2 films prepared. So thanks for all your insights. And now we want to change the topics and we want to have a glimpse into the economy. So Karl, you are the sales director metal recycling at STEINERT. And what does this new test center mean for you with your work with the clients?
Yeah, this new line setup we have here in this scale you see here is of course a big subject for us for our work with our customers. Here we see real material working, we see everything in the real scale. That means it gives us possibility to deliver the customer figures for his building his own business case. And beside all these data and facts we can deliver, it's also a big playground. Of course, here we deliver a little bit of emotion. The customer can see how material is working. He can see whatever can happen, what maybe also something which is not good to see, but he can have these pictures in his head and he can thinking about it. And this is, of course, something which any kind of computer simulation cannot deliver. So for everybody who works in metal recycling, I would say this is a place to be here.
Okay. How would you describe the current situation right now for the secondary metal market?
Yeah, of course, secondary metal processing, metal recycling is also depending on the global economy situation. And as we see in these days, it can be changed very rapidly. But the good news are the need of secondary metals is increasing in the next decades. We all know that metals like aluminum, for example, or copper, are not able to cover by primary sources. That means the further investment in this kind of technology to have more recycling metals on the market is a good investment. Yeah? And that means we have here good opportunities to show our customers the best possible solution.
As a supplier of separation and sorting equipment, what is your answer to the change in the market?
Yeah, we see ourselves in a role as a partner to be our customers, to find the right answers to these market changes. For example, we see that the way goes to more pure materials. And if we look to, for example, our X-ray fluorescence technology, we see that we can produce very pure heavy metal products like copper, zinc, brass. And this means we play a key role in coming nearer to a closed loop production. It's a key role in the circular economy.
Okay, a key role. It sounds amazing. Do you have a special example for us right now?
Yeah. For example, as Nico has told us, we have very flexible solutions here. We have all our objects in. If I pick one machine, I would pick the combined sorting system. We call it KSS. As Nico said, we can combine 4 different sensors. In a certain way, we can combine this kind of detection technology. And that means it gives us the possibility to react very close to market changes. That means somehow it has a future implemented already.
Yeah, or so to say, designed with the future in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about it a bit more in detail.
Yeah. And what I mean with this is nobody knows what happens in 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, what the market needs are. And with this kind of technology, we can be very flexible and find solutions, and that gives us also the possibility to be very reactive.
Of course, reactive to the market. And I mean, at the end, what you do is creating a circular economy for raw materials. And this is that topic or a hot topic right now.
Of course, we know we are in a very important market for the future. We, of course, know also we want to be a very successful supplier of machines and the best possible technology. But what is also true, we are working with our technology on sustainability and saving resources. That means this is something very special and it drives us also. One example is, of course, with our machines, we can create aluminum quality, which can be directly sent to smelting companies without any more concentration needed. And doing this on this way of secondary raw metal circuit, we're saving energy of 95% compared with a primary course. That means creating out of metal ores. And that is, of course, something which drives us very much and gives us a high motivation to find always the best possible solution.
Yeah, you said it drives you, it drives your team, the whole team. How can people get in touch with you and also discuss and share ideas or test it?
Yeah, we like to meet the customers in person. That means we like to go on site to find out what drives a customer, what are his ideas, to see the material, to see everything besides, because we have a lot of experience to find out what is really important to set up such a process. And by this, we can create or we can prepare such a test day here in the test center on a very efficient way. And how to find the right contact is very easy. Just customer can put in his details on the website. He will be connected to the right sales manager and they will talk to each other, hopefully.
Yeah, talk. This is communication. It's all about communication, so it's pretty easy. Thank you, and of course, thank you, Nico. Thank you, Karl. And I don't know about you, but I'm curious right now. I want to see the facility in action. So in a few moments, we will watch a film together. And right now, there's the point where you can type in your questions. So you only need to scroll down your stream. Then you can type in your name, and then you can ask the question. So if you type in your full name, we can answer your questions also after the live stream, because I don't know if we are able to answer all the questions, but afterwards we could do it via an email. So this is why you can type in your name. Yeah, and I would say I've learned a lot about the machines, about different sorting tasks, and there's a selection for potential sorting objectives. At least this is what I got, but you are the expert, Nico, so I would say we watch the film and you can talk about it.
Customer test requests often exhibit similarities at first, but tend to differ in detail. We like to receive the material up front to get accustomed to it with pre-trials. Ideally, the customers are present during the testing. Normally, this is the case, and it gives us the ideal conditions to find the best solutions for the customers and their sorting tasks. With the first test center, we already decided to set up a processing line with industrial scale dimensions. We have stuck with this approach. We focused accordingly on a very flexible process sequence. This was completed with a recirculation flow option for the test material in order to optimize the identification of the right parameters and settings. The aim of a customer test at STEINERT is generally to develop the right process in accordance with the input material and sorting target. The initial discussion is used to explain ideas and make suggestions on how to proceed. After testing, the results are discussed to create transparency in this type of consulting. The feed hopper already demonstrates that we are working at an industrial scale. The test material is introduced in batches of 0.5 to 2 cubic meters at a time. These quantities ensure that we generate reliable results on the solution that we are recommending to our customers. The material amount for a test mainly depends on specific material parameters. The processing line is equipped with different magnetic separators. These vary in material removal method, either pickup or overfed, and with regards to the magnetic field strength. This provides a choice depending on the requirement between quality of magnetic product and the extent of the ferrous removal. After the ferrous removal, a lot of input materials are subject to a non-ferrous metal separation step. For this, we use non-ferrous separators, also called eddy current separators. We, of course, implemented the most recent design with a number of variable parameters. In testing, the system is chosen according to the particle size range of the input material. The product of such a non-ferrous separation is a mixture which, depending on the input, consists of aluminium, copper, brass, zinc, and other non-ferrous metals. In addition to the magnetic sorting systems, the second main group of products are the sensor-based sorters. We offer machines equipped with a single sensor for material recognition. Furthermore, we have been focusing on a combination of multiple sensors over the past 10 years, and we advanced to a system that combines up to 4 sensors. We call this a combined sorting system, or KSS. The abbreviation is derived from its German name. With this, we're able to solve numerous sorting tasks with high efficiency and flexibility. The interface on the control has been designed so that it is almost self-explanatory, and especially the sort program selection can be designed individually with program name and image according to each customer. The system has room for 60 completely independent sort programs. It can be used for pre-concentration of special material groups or properties, up to the generation of high-end products. The majority of stainless steel items will report to the rest fraction of a non-ferrous separation. From this, it can be sorted into a concentrate by the means of sensor sorting. Depending on the combination of sensors in a KSS, purities of up to 99% can be achieved. Further processing steps can be utilized to remove additional material groups from this non-ferrous rest fraction. Inductive sensing by itself or in combination with other sensors is used to separate a cable or wire product with highest purities. These cable products can then be brought into specific processing lines in order to reclaim the copper. At this point, we are looking at the non-ferrous concentrate from the eddy current separator again. Using an X-ray transmission sorter, XSST, we are able to separate materials according to density. This system can be used to separate the light and heavy metals which are contained in non-ferrous concentrates from one another. The sensor image of an X-ray transmission system shows the material in a grayscale picture. The darker the objects appear, the more they absorb the radiation. At a certain level of absorption, the object qualifies as heavy metal. This is highlighted in the false color image below. The extraction of objects out of the material stream happens via compressed air bursts from a valve bar. The example shows the extraction of heavy metal objects out of a non-ferrous concentrate. The light metal product consists of numerous aluminium alloys and often contains small quantities of high alloyed magnesium. The heavy metal product mainly contains copper, brass, zinc, and other heavy metals. These can be further separated using X-ray fluorescence. We will come back to this point at a later stage. X-ray transmission offers additional possibilities for efficient material processing. The light metal fraction, for example, can be further separated to generate a wrought and a cast aluminium concentrate. Furthermore, with some special adjustments to the detection, we can achieve a separation of free magnesium pieces of up to 97% to generate high-quality aluminium products.
Thanks, Nico, to all your insights. And right now I count on our audience, because right now we have our Q&A session. So as I already explained, you can type in your question, or first of all you type in your name, then you type in your question, and then your questions will appear here in Cologne. So we have a little monitor and I can see the first question, which is for Karl. Could we use test results for a real plant engineering?
Yes, of course. This is the idea why we build up this test line in this scale, because we can create these data a customer needs to create his own plant on his side. We do, of course, we have all the energy needed to run the plant, energy supply. We measure the pressurized air during the trials. We do, of course, a mass flow test. We know which sizes are needed for our units, for the units the customer needs in addition, like screens and so on. So yeah, that's the idea, and that's what we will deliver with the test report.
Thank you. I want to remind you that you can ask your questions to the film or maybe also to some information prior. We have the next question for Nico. What typical data you could gain during material tests?
Yeah, of course, we present a complete mass balance of the test. So mass flow, so that it's clear what material or how much material is going where. We measure throughput so that we can give the right dimensions for the equipment needed for a sorting task. We measure the compressed air that is required. We define the air pressure that is necessary to perform a sorting task. And if possible, if needed, we can perform handpicking tests, handpicking samples in order to clarify purity and recovery states. So that's all then given to the customer later.
Thank you. We have round about 10 minutes plus minus for the questions. So use your time. Next question for Karl. We have STEINERT magnets and eddy currents in use and like the way they are engineered in their reliability. Are you planning new developments?
Yeah, good to hear that this customer likes our technology. And okay, we have heard a lot of sensor technology today, and it's, of course, for the moment, it's a market need to be more in this complex technology to follow the requests from the market. But we all know that sensor unit can only work if a real good magnetic separation is working up front. And historically, we are coming from this kind of magnetic separation, and for us, it's still a real important product. And yes, we are doing more development to increase performance, to increase some better handling opportunities for customers. This is in work and it will come soon, but I don't want to go too much in detail now.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, as I said, you can ask your questions, type in your name at the feedback service, and then your question will appear here. The next question is for Nico. Do the sorters have dust collectors?
Well, we are seeing that, or we have learned over a long period of time that dust in some applications is quite a bit of an issue. So we have put a stronger focus on that over time, and usually there is the possibility to, or we deliver the systems with dust extraction points if necessary through the application or requested by customers, so that dust extraction systems can be attached to our sorters. And we're always open to discuss with customers if there's a necessity for adaptations or for adjustments of those.
I just want to ask a question because Karl has spoken a bit about it. Is it always necessary that there are all the 4 sensors inside?
No, we always try to figure out what the best technical and economic solution for a customer is. So if a sort or a sorting challenge can be covered with just 1 sensor, then obviously this is sufficient. But if it's necessary to combine sensors, we have the possibility. But as Karl also said, adding more sensors to a system gives a certain flexibility with regard to upcoming challenges. So it has the future already integrated.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Thank you. We have the next question for Karl. How does the magnesium separation work?
We have seen in the film that we are able to separate the magnesium out of aluminium product. That means magnesium is something which no smelter wants to have. It creates more slag, it costs more energy, and if one can separate this from his aluminium product, he has a much better position in selling his products. What we do is we use our X-ray transmission technology. That means it's the same machine which creates the aluminium product, and in the second one, or with an additional machine, we separate the magnesium up to 97% out of this product, and then you get a very clean so-called primary aluminum with very good chances to sell, I would say.
Yeah, and it's very efficient. Yeah. Thank you. We have the next question. I really like you guys because you're so interactive. Thank you. Nico, are you able to accurately separate 5,000 and 6,000 series aluminium alloys from mixed aluminium scrap?
Yeah, as mentioned before, one part of technology is still within the process of relocation, which is the LIPS system. So the laser-induced breakdown spectroscopy is usually used to have a more detailed separation of different aluminium alloys, like 5,000 and 6,000 series alloys. With that technology, we are able to perform this kind of split, and thereby we're focusing on the elements predominantly appearing in one series or the other series, and thereby separating those with our sorter.
Okay, thank you. As I already mentioned, we are not able to answer all your questions, but if you write down your name, we can do this afterwards in an email. So regarding the time, I have to say we have one more question for now. And Karl, does technology to recover precious metals exist?
Yeah, it exists, and it exists here at the test center. We have it here, we can do tests with it. And we use a X-ray fluorescence technology for this. This technology creates a very deep analysis of metals, and precious metals are also heavy metals, so we can detect and separate, for example, gold, silver, platinum. And it is something which is an important issue in the e-scrap business. That means out of e-scrap we recover these precious metals as well as from incinerated bottom ashes. Yeah, golden rings, everything is in. You can't believe all of this we can eject with our fluorescence units.
Thanks to two of you. By now, we will continue later our Q&A session. Right now, I'm curious because right now I want to hand over to Ingrid and I want to see what has happened and developed on her picture.
Thank you so much, Janine, and welcome everyone watching online to our test center. My name is Ingrid. I'm a graphic recorder. What does that mean, graphic recording? You know, every event needs someone to write the report of the event, and I'm not writing it, I'm drawing it with pictures, and let me show you. So I've been drawing this entire hour. I included everything. I got your research search engine. I got even you, Janine. I got the music from the beginning, and I got all the important people like Herr Funke, Dr. Schmalbein, and Herr Hoffmann. And of course, I included the question and the answers, but just on the surface, not really in detail. I didn't have time for that now. And I drew you guys, everyone watching online, I drew you on this laptop screen. This is where you are. Maybe we can zoom in a little so you can see yourself exactly. And of course, we got congratulations from all around the world, from 3 continents, and I drew them here. So thank you, everyone, for the congratulations. But we talked about the machine, so let's look at it. I drew it, but I didn't finish it because I couldn't draw all the screws. I just didn't have time for it, so we have to finish them now together. Here's the machine. As you can see, 100% industrial standard scale. This is all one-to-one drawn because I'm surrounded by it. You know, I'm actually right in the middle here on my little platform. And honestly, I've seen so many TV studios in my life. This is the best studio I've ever been in. So let's look at our machine. We got the STEINERT personnel who's checking out the material. We got the material here, and we got you, the customer, here. And you're doing the process consulting, and of course, depending on the material that you're bringing, it depends also on the goal, of course, that you want to have at the end. So let's throw down this material down the throat of the machine. But first, we got to press the button, huh? And I'm going to press the button right here. Get the right program, and then let's throw down the material down to the 2-stage magnetic separator. And you see the magnetic separation right here. This is exactly 100% how it looks like on here. And then we have the non-ferrous metal concentrate, and of course we talked about the 4 sensors. Are they all necessary? Whatever fits your material. So I drew them all because there are more than 60 programs, and I'll show you my personal program. So we have, first of all, the laser sensor right here. We have the color sensor, depending on the color of the material, of course. And we have the X-ray. We talk about that later, I believe. So this is just a small detail. And of course, we have the induction. There we go. But this is not it. At the end, what was that? We needed the compressed air burst, and I put this right here, so we need to press that too. Let's press it down, and get some air in here to separate the material, and at the end have your product that you can, of course, use, sell, reuse, or put back into the material cycle. And that's it from me for now. I will see you everyone again later, but now I will send the camera all over the plant. Back to you, Janine, back to the main stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Ingrid. And it's always so impressive how such a painting is developing. I mean, at the end, it's a bit similar to here, to this hole, and to all the facilities and all 2 machines, to have everything in mind, and then we can see it. So Ingrid, I've listened to you, and you said you didn't have the time to draw each and every screw. So I have a little challenge for you now. So we have another film, another Q&A session, and then we hand over to you again. And then I will see, or we will see, if you will have been drawn. No, you will draw all the screws until the end. Okay, I hopefully challenge accepted. So yeah, as I said, we have a second film. So right now, again, you have the possibility to ask all your questions in the feedback service, type in your name, ask your question, and we will see the next film. And the next clip is about a further separation of the heavy metals, right?
Right.
Okay, so we will see.
Yeah, X-ray fluorescence technology enables an advanced separation of mixed heavy metals. Due to exposure to X-ray at a certain energy level, metals emit characteristic spectra, which enable their separation into, for example, copper, brass, and zinc. This effect can also be applied to concentrate valuable metals such as gold and silver. Belt sorters, such as the KSS XFL, are most suitable applied to the separation of heterogeneous materials with regard to their particle size and shape. Chute sorters operate with higher efficiencies when the properties of shape and particle size are more homogeneous. The next step is the separation of a copper product out of a heavy metal concentrate. Due to the coarse and wide size range, this material is processed on a belt sorter. An efficient material feed distribution is a key factor for a successful sort. The material in feed happens via a vibrating feeder that transports the material onto the belt and distributes the objects evenly in transport direction. As seen in the previous video, the material extraction is done by compressed air bursts. For the ejection, pressures of up to 10 bar can be used in order to remove even the heaviest objects. This could be, for example, large copper items. The copper product can exhibit purities of up to 99% and can be applied as feedstock in smelting facilities without additional processing. Along with copper, zinc and brass concentrates are common sorting products out of heavy metals. In addition to the detection of base metal alloys, X-ray fluorescence enables the recognition of surface coatings. One example are nickel or chrome-plated brass items used in bathroom appliances. These can be identified efficiently according to their specific surface characteristics. In the field of heavy metal sorting, the ChuTech allows an efficient sort starting at particle sizes of approximately 4 mm. The material is presented to the detection area and the extraction occurs after moving over a steep chute. The material is therefore not scanned while being positioned on a conveyor belt, but in flight after the chute. The distance between detection and material surface thereby remains constant, independent of particle size. Especially in the particle size range below 20 mm, the CHUTEC has a strong advantage, due to the detection in flight and an advanced sensor resolution. The development of this system is a significant extension to our X-ray fluorescence portfolio. The addition of this processing line in the test center is most valuable in finding the most suitable solutions. The material shown here even has a size range of 3 to 15 mm. It is fed into the process using a magnetic vibrating feeder to create a constant and even flow. Ejection system in this case is also a valve bar. However, here the standard valve grid of 12.5 mm has been completed by adding a second grid with a spacing of 6.25 mm per valve to be even more flexible and efficient for the finest material. The result is a copper concentrate and a rest fraction which predominantly contains brass and zinc. These products can be separated in additional processing steps.
Thanks, Nico, again for all your information. Right now, we want to start the second round of the Q&A session. So, as I already said, you can type in your name on the feedback service, and then we can answer your question if you ask your question. So, Nico, question from the second round. Are the machines effective in ambient temperature of 50 degrees Celsius?
Yeah, I have to answer that question with two perspectives. First of all, we have the magnets and eddy currents. This temperature range is usually not an issue. For the sensor sorters, something like that would require additional cooling for parts of the system, especially where we have the sensors. So it would be, let's say, an adjustment that would have to be made, but which is easily available. So, no.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Karl,
Yes.
the next question for you. What application do you cover so far with XRF?
XRF, X-ray fluorescence, as we have just seen it in the film, is mainly used for heavy metal sorting. That means creating copper, brass, zinc product. We use it also to upgrade a stainless steel product up to a very high percentage, 99.x%. The good situation we have different technologies on board to use the always most suitable one. That means also the most economic one. For example, if we talk about aluminum cleaning, we use always X-ray transmission. X-ray fluorescence is also possible, but we look also what is the most economic solution for our customers.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. We have the next question for Nico, and I just want to remind you we have around about 10 minutes for the questions. Would you please explain a little more about the XRF system at your sorting system?
Yeah, we have the XRF sensor applied in the CHUTEC and in the belt machine, the KSS XFL. In both systems, it's the same type of sensor, but on the belt machine, it's applied above the material stream, whereas on the chute machine, it's underneath the material, so it's a different location of the sensor system. The resolution that we apply is also different for both machines. So the resolution in the chute machine is a little bit higher, which makes it more applicable, especially for fines material. In general, with X-ray fluorescence, we expose the material to X-ray, and this creates a reaction on the surface, which results in a secondary radiation, which can then be measured, and this is specific to the different elements which are applied in the material.
Mm-hmm. And is it necessary that the enterprise has a special size or for the production, or could everyone use your products?
Well, in general, you'd have to have a material which requires an actual
Yeah, of
sort.
course. But I mean, regarding the size.
No, it's usually that's more an economic question because it is one of the more expensive technologies. So you need to have sufficient materials to actually be able to create a respective business case for this. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Karl, do you have potential rental machines for in-field tests to test high volumes?
Yeah, some of our equipment we offer as rental unit as well. Sometimes it makes sense to put a machine in the field just to have the possibility to look to the results through a longer period. If the customer has changes with the material in feeds, in qualities, he can only see it after a long period of time how efficient this unit is working and if it is really a business case for him. Yes, we have.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, I just want to remind you again, you can ask your questions. Feel free to ask Nico, to ask Karl on the feedback service. Type in your question, and then, of course, you are here in Cologne, and we can answer your question. Let's see. Yeah. What else? What can we talk about?
A new one. There's a question.
Will LIPS be applied as well for heavy metal sorting, or is this mostly not the ideal method?
Well, LIPS is a possibility to sort heavy metals as well. We are, however, putting the focus on X-ray fluorescence because for heavy metal sorting, it is usually the more economic approach to apply, actually.
Okay, thank you. Well, I think right now we are coming to an end actually because there are not any further questions in the live chat. But if there are any questions and we haven't answered, then I haven't seen. But I think we will answer the questions afterwards via email. So as I said, I gave Ingrid a little challenge. So I'm really excited if she accepted the challenge and if she's drawn all the screws by now.
Thank you so much, Janine, and welcome back on my platform. And yes, Janine, don't worry about it. I got all the screws. I drew them all. Here are all the screws that we have in the system today. And because I drew all the screws, I kind of ran out of time and I didn't have time to draw anything else. That's not true because, again, I'm the graphic recorder and I drew everything that was going on. So what do you think? Should we separate some heavy metal? I think we should separate some heavy metal. Are you ready? I want to show you the X-ray fluorescence technology, and it's right here. And we have the heterogeneous materials right here in the box. Now, I know that we are not throwing down like an entire boat or a giant cable or a washing machine. I'm aware of that, but let's just assume. So we'll throw down the materials, and we talked about two different ways, and I understood that the more heterogeneous ones, they land on the vibration and then get evenly distributed on the belt sorting system. Let's throw them on there. And we got the sensor here, and then the X-ray sensor can detect the surface and again sort the materials according to how they actually are. And again, we need the compressed air, so let's push it and separate the materials with our air. But that's not all, right? There was another thing, and that's the chute. That's the chute sorting system, and I'm standing right next to it. Actually, I'm standing right in the middle between the chute and between the X-ray belt, and this is just so cool to see it right here. So let's look at it. So the finer materials, the more homogeneous materials, let's throw them down into the chute, and they come out right here. They have the in-flight detection, and then they shoot down here. This is exactly how it's going to look like in the test center, just like this. And again, we have the sensor, this time at the end, and then the materials throw down through this grid? Or, hey, why not the bigger grid? And then at the end, we got the product like, for example, 99% copper to use it, recycle it, to sell it off. And you know what? I was wondering, how does 99% copper look like? I drew it for you. Because today is a celebration day. It's not just like a normal work day here at STEINERT. I drew a special cocktail of 99% copper just for everyone today. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was my time. And I'm going to send you back to the main stage, back to Janine.
Thank you, Ingrid. And I think one screw was missing, but you have some minutes until the opening moment, so fingers crossed. Ingrid, right now I have to say goodbye to you, but I think you will listen and you will watch the whole show until the end. Thanks so much for your work, for your painting, and I think your painting will find a place in here, in this hall, of course, as a nice memory of the official opening ceremony by now for the Test and Development Center. Because right now we are coming closer and closer, and of course, for the official opening, I'd like to welcome back on stage the CEO of the STEINERT Group. Welcome, Peter Funke. Welcome back. Is there anything you want to say just before the opening?
Of course there is. I would like to take the opportunity to say some words of thanks to the team here and especially to these guys. Nico, first of all, thank you very much for you and your team to set up this incredible sorting center here. And it's been a lot of hours and extra hours the last months. So I have to thank you and your team very much. Karl, thank you very much for the input to this event and your always creative feedback, which is always welcomed. Thanks a lot. And for sure, Michaela Kessemeyer and the marketing team. Michaela convinced us to do this as a digital event, and that was not so easy to convince us because we are used to live and to work one-to-one in a contact with our customers, and we really appreciate this digital event today. It's been a longer discussion, but finally I'm really happy. And when I see that 47 customers out of 47 countries are joining this event now, this is incredible for me, and I've never expected a number like this. Thank you very much, Michaela. And a huge thank is to our shareholder, Klaus Buchholz, and his family. I really have to thank him for his optimism and all the support during the last years, and for sure for the will to invest even in these difficult times. And none of this would even be possible without his optimism and support. Thank you very much for it. And finally, I hope that to our guests in these 47 countries, we can bring some of the excitement that we feel with this one industrial scale test center here to all of you. I was a little bit concerned if we can do it in the digital way, but I feel that I still feel excited about it, and I know from these guys as well. So I hope that all of you can get some of the excitements and that you will come someday to visit us here, bring your material, and we will try to convince you what our machines can do with your material.
Yeah, and maybe for people which live a bit closer, maybe they can come here when we are, like in a sense, back to normal.
Yep.
We will see. Of course, and we can try out the test center when it's opened afterwards.
Yep.
So right now, the tension is rising. So I have two organizational things which I want to say right now. After this live stream, there will be the online event. So you have an email and you can click on the second link and then you can take part in the online seminar. And second, as I already said, if there are any questions left we couldn't answer during the live stream, then afterwards via mail, the questions will be answered. Thanks for watching. I hope you are entertained as well and you are excited like me. So that's from my side. I say goodbye, and the last thing I want to hand over to Peter. So what I say right now is 3, 2, 1.
The test center is open.
Let me entertain you. So come on, let me entertain you. So come on, let me